on, guys? What's happening? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. I hope you guys are having a good day. I wanted to address something that I was asked about today. You guys asked me questions, and I told you guys I love answering all your questions. So if you have more questions, you can feel free to put them in the comment section. You can ask questions about anything in the Black community. You can ask about economics, of course. I have a PhD in finance, but you can also ask about Black issues. I'm a 47-year-old man who knows what it's like to be Black, and as a college professor, I've thought about a lot of different things, and I have some interesting points of view on a lot of topics. But instead of me sharing my point of view on this, let me share your point of view on this. Somebody asked me about Tamron Hall. Tamron Hall used to be on the Today Show, and Tamron was replaced on the Today Show. And I remember reading an Essence magazine article in which they said that Tamron made Black history by being the first Black anchor on the Today Show. And I was actually saying, this is 2 years ago, I said, be very careful about saying that someone made Black history because they were given some sort of opportunity from white people. White people have no permission to make Black history. Being accepted by white people does not make you special in the Black community. That there's no Black history being made by white people except for the history in which we talk about things we've done to overcome the oppression, not times where we are accepted into a white supremacist system. So it doesn't mean that I was saying Tamron Hall wasn't good at what she did. It's me saying that you should not allow 1 ounce of your self-esteem to be dependent upon whether or not those people decide, or other people, I'm going to say those people, that sounds mean, other people decide if they like you or not. With that said, let's jump into the conversation a little bit deeper. Now, I took a survey. Somebody asked me about Tamron Hall's baby. She's recently had a baby, and she had a baby with a guy who wasn't Black. His name is Stephen Greener. And Stephen Greener, I'll tell you a little bit more about him. Stephen Greener, one thing I'll tell you now is that based on the pictures I saw, he doesn't look like a brother. And a lot of people were responding to that. A lot of people had a lot to say about that, a lot of comments online. And we did a survey on Your Black World. And the question was, do you think the media celebrates Tamron Hall's baby more because the baby is half white? Now, that question came up not just because someone asked me about it, but also because I'm in the grocery store and I see the cover of People and they're talking about Tamron Hall's new baby. And I found that fascinating because a lot of Black women have babies and they don't put them on the covers of magazines. And I thought, okay, maybe part of it is legitimate in the sense that Tamron had her baby at 48 years old, which is really awesome. But then the other part of me said, I wonder if it's because he's not Black. They like the Meghan Markle thing. It seems that the media gets real excited when a Black woman marries a rich white man. And the narrative in media pretty much has been, because of the mass incarceration epidemic and things like that, that white people have imposed on Black people, that white America put on us. A lot of our men are gone. A lot of Black men are struggling. And what they're kind of saying to the Black woman through shows like Scandal and other shows is, you need to give up on your men, stop limiting your options, because when you're focusing on building the Black community, you're fighting a losing battle. Just go ahead, give up, just go disperse yourself amongst everybody else, and you're going to have a better life, right? So I think that's where the celebration of the whole Meghan Markle thing, kind of comes from. They don't really put Black babies on the cover of People magazine that often, unless it's maybe Beyonce and Jay-Z's baby or something like that. So that was the first thing that kind of popped into my brain. And so as a result of the survey, 69% of the respondents, 69% said that they do believe that the media is celebrating Meghan Markle, Tamron Hall's baby, more because he's half white. 69% said yes. 13% said no, and I gave an out in the survey where there's a third group, 18%, who said they're not sure. So out of the people who said yes or no, I'm going to say about 80% of those people feel that there is a racial bias here, right? Out of the people that actually gave a response, as opposed to those who just said, oh, I don't know, but you wimps. I'm kidding. So anyway, here's a little bit about Tamron's husband. His name is Stephen Greener. Stephen Greener is in the media industry. He sounds like he's paid. There's a picture I just saw of the two on some beach that looks like they're in Greece or something, and they're holding up wine glasses, and she's got on her hat with sunglasses, and she's looking wonderful and happy, and he's like, yeah, I'm rich, and I got this Black woman next to me. And who wouldn't be happy if they get the honor of having a Black woman next to them? I mean, some of y'all brothers got to learn how amazing Black women can be. And so he's like, I got the prize, and she's like, look, I got me a white man. Are we happy together, y'all? But oh, by the way, so I will say this though. I'm not disparaging her or anybody who has an interracial relationship. That's not really the issue. I think the issue is not so much with Tamron, but more so about the rest of us. Tamron doesn't necessarily control how the rest of us react to this. And what I find is that there's a mix. There's either anger or there's glee when a black woman is hooked up with a white dude, right? Either the anger is from people that feel like, if you date somebody outside your race, you're a sellout, you're a loser, you're bad. I'm not one of those people. I don't feel that every person who has had an interracial relationship is a bad person. I have people in my family who've had interracial relationships, interracial marriages, and I love them all the same. I don't judge them, but at the same time, I'm not a person who would do that. I wouldn't do that. If I ever get married, and I'm just write it down, record this. If I ever get married and y'all see that I'm marrying, Becky or whatever, y'all have the right to just be like, Boyce, you big lying ass hypocrite. And then I might be like, but I met Becky and she's just so wonderful and I was wrong. Whatever. It ain't gonna happen. But then there's the other side where there's glee, where Negroes get a little bit too damn happy when they see a black woman with a rich white man. I'm saying they just get a little too giddy, get a little too like, oh, this is wonderful. And the reason they're acting that way, the giddy ones are acting that way usually because either they feel that being accepted by white people is a come up, like it's a come up, it's a step up, right? Either that or two, you've been so tarnished and damaged by what you've seen in the black community as we're working through the struggle that you feel that getting away from blackness is your key to salvation, that you feel that somehow their shit does not stink and that they don't have relationship problems like everybody else because they've been whisked away into this wonderful world with called rich white man, right? Either way, whether you are extremely mad or have extreme glee, I encourage you to just always never forget that every relationship is individual, but there are systematic factors there that do shape how we view whiteness and how we view race in America. And a lot of our people are pretty brainwashed to believe that white is right, white is better, all this other stuff. And so anyway, long story short, I'm going to say, that I'm impressed that Tamron had a baby at the age of 48. I think that's pretty extraordinary, dangerous, but good for her. I'm very happy for her that she did it successfully. Two, I don't think there's anything special about this relationship or the child other than the fact that she had the baby at 48. So I do wonder why there is a sudden interest in the national media in Tamron Hall when there wasn't very much interest before. After she left NBC, she seemed to kind of fall off. But suddenly she's had a come up because she's got this baby. And I bet you that if she was having a baby with a black man, that come up would not have happened. So whether you think that Tamron's good or not good, or you think I'm being ridiculous by even talking about it or not, you cannot convince me that a baby with a black man would have gotten the same media attention as a baby with this guy, right? I just wouldn't believe you. I don't think that's accurate. But then third, I think we got to look at media. Don't forget there is an agenda. The agenda they're pushing on black people is two things: interraciality and gayness. Like they really feel that you're homophobic and they want you. So a lot of the movies will make the most prominent character gay, or they will make the most prominent black woman, they will put her in an interracial relationship because they feel that they're civilizing you and they're educating you and they're helping you evolve. And I'm not telling you how to evolve. I'm just saying evolve in the way that you want to evolve, not in the way they tell you to evolve, because that's the nature of white supremacy. White supremacy comes with friendly paternalism, where it's like, we like you people, but you're a little stupid, so we want to make you better. And that's kind of what they do with black folks through media and everything else. That's why if I had a child today, I wouldn't send my child to no public school. I wouldn't have my child listening to the radio where they're paying all these rappers to go out and tell black people to kill each other and do stupid things. I also wouldn't want my child working for other communities. I'd have my child working for me. And then lastly, I would talk to my child about having a critical eye in terms of the media that they see, so they're not absorbing the poison mindset that's leading so many black people into emotional and economic despair. So anyway, that's it. I'm out of here, guys. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, share this video. And if you want a free e-copy of my book, It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar, go to drboycewatkins.net. That's drboycewatkins.net. If you want text notifications when I go live, all you have to do is text the word Boyce to 31996. Text Boyce to 31996. And don't forget, we're on iTunes and SoundCloud, so you can download my podcast there as well. I'm out of here. Take care and have a good day. I'll see you soon. Peace.